Welcome to the Essemtec booth here at SMT Hybrid Packaging. Delighted to be joined by my old friend, Juerg Schupach. Good to see you, Juerg.
Good to see you, Trevor. Nice to be back in the market.
Yeah, absolutely. So your official title is International Sales Manager here at Essemtec, and obviously you bring in many years of experience in this industry.
Yeah, I had to learn something. I was now 30 years in the market, and 3 years, basically I left the market and thought I'm doing something else, right? And they had to learn, it's too bad and too sad when you give up all this experience. So last summer Essemtec asked me if I'm interested to join their organization, and I saw many things I could contribute.
Right.
So we came together.
Great. So let's talk about some of the things that you've done since you've arrived, and some of the things that you've got strategically planned.
Right.
You're known for entry-level to mid-range placement and dispensing and printing systems.
Yeah.
Is that still the position? Is that still the market segment that you're looking to serve?
So basically, yes, you're right. We are doing prototyping with a pick and place, cell solution, small startups, and it's amazing because I was not actually covered this market before. How many companies are starting new?
Right.
And the reason that they are really going and do the production themselves, it's always time factor. It's time. It's too long for them to wait on the EMS with their low, small batches. So, in the pick and place, cell solution, smaller companies. In the dispenser, very different. There we have mostly multinational companies. The biggest one is for sure Zollner, was around 20 units in the last couple of years. And there we are also having a lot of machines in Asia. So we have a huge span of customer.
Right.
And then we have our storage system, that's basically the Cubus, what we call it. And there we are working mostly with large companies like ASM, it's our biggest account. They just ordered another 100 machines of this storage, and they put it in their high-speed lines for actually refilling the lines to minimize the stopping time.
Well, that's a huge business at the moment, storage towers, to help with the supply chain.
We learned something, for refilling, it's a huge business. For storage, like stock management, it's pretty a hard business.
Right.
Mid-range, smaller companies are not ready to spend this amount of money, for this automation. It will maybe come a little bit later, but where you can calculate it very easy, where you can calculate ROI very fast, it's really in this high speed.
It's interesting. So really, your Cube system is more an OEM style business.
In the moment it really is. Panasonic is now also a new partner of ours, where we start now strategically worldwide to operate together. And also for us to working with this top brands, it's also beneficial for our production, to get the experience and the know-how from these companies.
Excellent. So let's turn our attention back to the machines here for a minute, Juerg. I mean, the last time I looked at the Fox, the original Fox, the construction was very different. You're now using really good composite chassis, if you like, linear motors. It's a much faster, sleeker looking machine. Yeah,
so basically what I said, cell solution. When you calculate, we calculate our possibilities and market shares, what we have in Europe. When you are in this range, the market for us is maybe 50 to 60 machines, right? Which is not enough. So we really changed the strategical view where we want to go, and really use the possibilities, because it's a fantastic little machine. So we had introduced here the Fox 4, which is now more on the speed. Fox 1 and 2, the earlier machines from actually they hit the market 1 year ago. There was more machines who can do dispensing, who can do all kinds of application and pick and place. As the Fox 4 gives us more the speed. So a lot of these small customers, they basically grow. If they grow, they usually leave us and they go to the mid-range suppliers. And that's very painful, I have to say.
Right.
But now, with the new strategical points we have and the Fox 4, we really can give a user the safety and the investment protection that they can start very small.
Right.
They can basically add all options, all possibilities in the field, and also then can add models. And with 3 models, we are reaching a speed close to 50,000 CPH, which is a decent speed.
Sure, of course. So with this growth, is this sort of a modular concept where they would add an extra head, or this type of thing?
Yeah, when you have a Fox 1, it's one head.
Right.
And then it's a Fox 4, which has 4 heads.
Right.
So these 4 heads you can do in the field later on. Or you start with a standalone machine and you add later on an inline. Or you maybe start only pick and place and later on you start with dispensing. Right? So the point is that a lot of these smaller companies and prototypes don't know exactly where they go, and they don't know what they are doing in 3 years. And especially they also learn that if they start new, that they can manage all of this, and suddenly they say, "Oh, right, get another module to get more speed. Then we can take more. Take more business back from the EMS because we see it's a better business for us, faster, better money, etc." So we think that will be very strongly that we now also are in the possibilities that this customer stay with us until the end, basically, or for a long time.
For a long time. Yeah. Now that's great. So you're going to grow. You're going really more into the mid-range. Part of the market.
But we make it different. As you maybe remember, Essemtec once tried to do this and they failed.
Right.
Because they tried to go very much on the top into this mid-range and this was failing. So what we are doing is that we come from the bottom and now we push up. Right?
Yeah,
so it's different, right?
Right. I think the old model you're referring to was doing things like trying to do special projects like 3D and this type of thing. You're going more into the mid-range with speed and accuracy and the standard things that people need.
Yeah. Essemtec was famous that if you were to ask somebody at Essemtec, I would like to have a pick and place who can fly, Essemtec would have said, yes, we do this for you.
Right.
Now these times are over, right? We are thinking very, very clearly what we are doing or not doing, right? Of course, we are doing customization, but we are very clearly in a position where we say, yes, this makes sense. Yes, this can be multiplied, right? And we are not going down this crazy route because for a Swiss company, our assets is the quality of the organization, quality of the machine, and what we say and promise to the customer that we can keep that.
Right. Okay, well, you're the right man to do it for sure. You've had a lot of experience doing this type of thing.
It's a lot of work, Trevor. A lot of work. Not surprisingly, right?
Right. But I wish you every success with it, and hopefully, have you got anything special coming out? It's a Productronica year.
Yes, for a small company as we are, now we brought a new machine last year, complete new one. Now we got a complete new extension. We got new stuff from the Cubus. We got new stuff from the dispensing, and on Productronica we will bring a new platform generation onto the market, which is then aiming at larger board size and more to the EMS companies, etc. But basically the same technology what we developed on the Fox machine.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll look forward to seeing that in November.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Juerg.
Sure.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.